Reunited and it feels so good. Reunited. Okay, I don't know if anybody watches that catfish channel on YouTube, but this is pretty damn funny. Well, it's sad, but it's funny because of how sad it is. Stranger Things fan had her life turned upside down after being catfished by a scammer claiming to be Dacker Montgomery, who plays Billy in the series. The single mom says she left her husband for the scammer after meeting on an online forum and sent them nearly 10K. I don't want to say it. Whatever. Let's see if somebody else says it. Say it with me, everybody. You can't fix stupid. Stupid is as stupid does. Okay. Okay. Enough. Enough. If you make something idiot proof, they just build a better idiot. This is the greatest phrase I've ever read. You would have loved conversations in the military. Things like this all over. I swear to God, these PFCs, you could leave a PFC alone in a padded room with a fist-sized rock for a weekend, and when you open the door, the rock will be broken, pregnant, or have magically disappeared, and the PFC will say he doesn't know what happened. A disgruntled CPL whose junior Marine knocked up not one but 3 strippers, stole a car, got a DUI in the said car, crashed said car into a second-story apartment living room with no physics-based answer, all in one weekend. I have this friend who has sent his girlfriend thousands of dollars online, and guess what? He's never met this girl. Wait, left her husband? Look her up on the Catfish channel. She threw her husband out for the scammer and even called him toxic. I sure hope they don't have kids. Yeah, sorry to be the one to tell you, but the meme told you that first, so I'm not sorry. Poor husband. She'll collect child support. He's fucked for the next 11 years because she's an idiot. Meanwhile, the headline reads, had her life turned upside down as if it were some terrible accident and not the consequences of her being a shithead. I mean, probably the best thing that could happen to the guy, the scammer did him a favor. Well, I don't know. Poor ex-husband. Imagine marrying and having a child with someone you love, only for them to show you the door for an actor who played a fictional character on a TV show. And that fictional character is not even a decent guy. He's an asshole. And yes, it does not mean the actor, but she likes him because of the character. Let's be honest here. No, she likes him for his looks and the money. Mental illness. Imagine if her husband's the one who scammed her. Yeah. That would be too convenient an excuse. breathing is a reflex, doesn't require brain power. Yeah, thank you for saying it. It seems beggars can be choosers. No, they can't. No, they can't. I mean, nobody wants to say it, but I'll say it. Look at her. Look at all of these catfish scam people. You know, if you're going to call a spade and mock guys for being disgusting neck-bearded insoles who should know better than to press their luck when they are in no position to make any demands of women, we should be able to do the same thing. I, as a woman, will do the same thing to this woman. I would say to her the same thing I would say to any fat ass neck bearded incel. What makes you think that this guy would be interested in you? What makes you think, forget about what show it is or anything, he is an established actor. I don't care what kind of show it is. It's a major television show. He is an established actor on a major TV series. I'm sure, I don't know the actor really. I'm sure if this is his first role, it probably opened the door wide open for all kinds of new acting opportunities. What makes you think he would be online and go for you? What? What? That would be like if I were chilling online and some rich, wealthy, famous A-list Hollywood celebrity, I was dumb enough and up my own fat ass enough to actually believe that wealthy, famous A-list actor just happened to come across me online and start coming after me because he's interested in me. No. And you want to know something else? It's not just stupidity that she didn't do quick Google search on this guy or his life or what other projects he's working on. It's also entitlement. It's entitlement. Look at you. Look at you. What makes you think he would go for you? What makes you think he would just be chilling online and come after you? It's the stupidity isn't just in not knowing enough that he isn't the celebrity and she's being scammed and she gave him money, 10K of she and her husband and her children's money she should be spending on her husband and her children and her household and her family. It's the whole idea that this guy would notice and go after you. Nobody wants to say it here. Fucking say it. Because that's the problem. That's a big problem with all these catfish victims and why we shouldn't feel as bad for them as we feel. You know, if there were a significant mental illness or a cognitive defect, yeah, you'd want to do something. You'd want to take action. But this, mostly with these people, there is a selfishness, a sense of entitlement there. It's the same with these fat neck-bearded insoles that try to push themselves on women. Then they'll sit back and they'll say, I can't find a woman. Nobody will fuck me. Nobody likes me. There's plenty of women out there that you could go for. There's plenty of women out there you would probably have a shot with. You don't want those women. You want the women of your choice. When these lunatic incels bitch about how nobody wants them, what they mean is the tiny, select few women they don't want them. Neck-bearded incel losers don't want to go out with women that look like this. Even though a woman that looks like this would probably, who knows what her husband looks like? She is married. Somebody ended up marrying her. And my guess is he's probably not much of a looker. My guess is he probably does not look anything like this actor. But she's got somebody. It's not good enough for her. She wants this guy. Thanks, Ilsa. She wants this guy. It's the same thing. Hello. Good. It's the same thing as with the insults. No, they're not pissed off because they can't get laid or they can't find a date. They're pissed off because they want the supermodel. And the supermodel doesn't want to have anything to do with them. Just like, it's good for this guy. Maybe he'll never find out about this. Who cares? Because he has nothing to do with the scam. He's completely out of it. But if he knew, he probably wouldn't want to meet her. He probably wouldn't even want to apologize unless it was through an agent or a friend or a representative, or make a general statement on social media or something, because you don't want to get involved in that shit. No. No, and he would never go for someone like this. I watched a few episodes of that Catfish show. And like, I'm not kidding. There is this woman who's got to be in her 50s or her 60s. She actually believed that she was dating Johnny Depp. Captain Jack Sparrow, Hollywood A-list Johnny Depp. And she's not the only one. There were a couple of older women on this Catfish YouTube program that believed that they were going out with Johnny Depp. I don't know. People in Nigeria, they must only know a few actors over here or something, because they tend to use the same ones when they do use celebrities. But this one woman, she actually fell for it. She spoke to Johnny Depp, who she thought was Johnny Depp, for weeks and weeks and weeks, and fell for all the cheap, lousy Photoshop, sent him all this fucking money, and meanwhile, and nobody wants to say anything, the woman was a hot mess. I mean, a complete mess of a woman. And people won't say anything like this, but they will say such things as, I don't understand. It's an entitlement. It's a selfishness. She thought Johnny Depp was actually going to talk to her. Just say it. Johnny Depp is worth like $500 million. I don't know how old he is now, but he's still attractive. He couldn't not be attractive because he's worth like $500 million. He would never go for anybody that looked like her or had the medical history she did. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be confident when I say it, because if this woman right here that you're looking at a picture of, had this guy's job and that guy's money and that guy's looks, she wouldn't go out with her either. She would be in Hollywood going out with other hot guys. She'd be dating a different guy every goddamn night. I don't want to hear anything from anybody about how I'm being too nasty when it comes down to people's looks. This woman thought this famous actor was into her. And if she were given the money and the good looks, she would be doing the exact same thing you would be doing or I would be doing if we looked like models and we had vast wealth. We would never take a second glance at anything we didn't want to look at or we didn't want to deal with. We wouldn't waste a minute of our time on anybody that didn't fit our exact standard. We wouldn't put up with anything from anybody. And it's just sad. That's what makes this sad. Screwed over twice, ruining her marriage and kids' lives and getting shortchanged for 10K. Sending a multimillionaire money should be your first clue. And of course, it was through gift cards. 100 here, 250 there. When you trade IQ points for pounds but forget you're in America. Married with a kid looking like melted ice cream and sent him 10K. Unfortunately, this happens a lot. Last year, I followed this actor who is not well known by any means, but he was on a show I had been watching and thought he was attractive. One day, I commented on one of his Instagram posts, and within minutes, I got a friend request for his real Instagram account, and he DM'd me. I instantly knew it was a catfisher because he couldn't answer the most basic questions about the show he was on. I blocked and reported the account. Ah, sad. Have a friend who used to work as customer support for the Lotto Commission, and he'd get emails all the time like, I got an email stating I won the lotto, but I need to send the fees to collect my prize. I'd like you to confirm it for me. It was so sad seeing so many gullible people fall for it. Ha! She was on Social Catfish. It's a YouTube channel dedicated to exploiting, helping people who are catfished by mostly Nigerian scammers pretending to be celebrities or gorgeous people. It's addicting watching undateable people buy into the idea of Johnny Depp falling in love with them, then inexplicably needing money. Yeah, Johnny Depp must have been, he must be one of the only celebrities that Nigerians really know. Oh no, Anthony Cumia. He's going full racist on Twitter now, huh? Interesting. Oh, and then this one. Abigail Shry. Want to see if there's something with more comments on this fucking loser. Comments, comments, comments. Maybe it's in facepalm. Uh-oh. Under a video about Hurricane Hillary. Where's old Joe? Is he in Maui? Will he rush to California on Monday after the hurricane flood and landslides? Oh, my bad. He's at Camp David in Maryland today on vacation, meeting President Yoon Suk Yeol of the Republic of Korea and Prime Minister Kishida Fumio of Japan at 11 a.m. How would he be on vacation if he's meeting with foreign leaders? Where should he be? Standing on a California beach waiting for the hurricane with a baseball bat? Right or wrong, you still would condemn him. Good. Ugh. And there's Kid Rock drinking Bud Light again at a Colt Ford concert yesterday. Uh-oh, people have a lot to say about Kid Dumb Shit. Yeah, Kid Rock who shot up all those Bud Light cans. Apparently they still sell them in his bar. I once was in a taproom style bar and had the misfortune of being there when Kid Rock came inside. Instead of sampling one of the many local craft beers, he tried to order a Badass, which was his label at the time. Of course, they didn't have any, and he stormed out having a fit. He named his beer Badass. What an insecure loser. Part of his primary identity. Number one, alley cowboy. Number two, totally not gay. Number three, badass. What is an alley cowboy? The guys that wear cowboy hats and shit kickers that have never actually seen a speck of manure? No, his family had horses on their estates when he grew up. Probably had the stables behind the second tennis court. Ew. He should have named it Taste Like Ass. Would have been more accurate to name it Jackass. My cousin was one of his crack dealers back in the day. Said he was a good guy. My cousin also stole 2,000 from my parents and left us on a contract renovation to move black mold in our house. So he had to pay like over 10 grand for another guy to come and finish his job. So take his comment about Chris Rock for what you will. Or Kid Rock for what you will. So it was pandering all along. Shocked Pikachu face. I write songs for the people who do jobs in towns I'd never move to. Bo Burnham is a national treasure. What's that? I might walk and talk like a field hand, but these boots cost $3,000. Okay. Whoa, hold on. He wasn't raised trailer trash? I honestly never questioned it. Unless you are joking, yeah, his family was firmly very upper middle class. Childhood home was a 5 bedroom, 4.5 bath, 4.3 bath, 5660 square foot home in the Michigan suburbs with the horse barn, regulation sized tennis court, and an in ground pool. And his parents owned multiple car dealerships. To be fair, I thought Drake was lower middle class, which is still a damn good place to be in Canada. Dude constantly tried to spin this idea that the Degrassi money wasn't that much. Fucker, you were getting paid great money at an age where people had to work minimum wage. Never even had to get up from his seat to do it either. I remember I wanted to watch Degrassi, but I never did. Same with a lot of people trying to portray themselves that way. Jason Aldean is from Macon, Georgia, and lives in Nashville. Oliver Anthony owns 90 acres of land in rural Virginia. Not exactly something your average redneck can save up and buy. You mean the rich city kid who made a career out of selling basic bitch country themed rock rap to bumpkins is pandering for idiot money? Country just doesn't have the same ring to it. Don't forget he's a pedo now, obviously. It all makes sense now because that's their favorite beer. Every accusation, ha ha ha. This is what I was thinking. The anti Bud Light thing was him trying to hide his attraction to trans women. He's tired of hiding it, so now he's out. Anything with Trumpers is a confessions. Whoa. Huh, that's why I never worry about their boycotts. These people have the memory and brain capacity of a goldfish. Hey, I said the same thing. I miss the old Newgrounds game where you could shoot up Kid Rock as well as other crappy celebrities. Trump complains Fox News keeps showing an unflattering photo of him looking orange. Maybe it's because he puts on the orange makeup. Yeah, Elon wants to get rid of the block feature, but Community Notes says he can't do this because you can't purchase an app that doesn't come with these features if there's interaction on it. In before he deletes the community note. For Apple, maybe, but for Google, the feature must allow users to block others because this is under user generated content. Absolutely, but maybe Musk thinks being the richest person in the world might give him a pass. We'll be in for a rude awakening as power is more important here. And in the tech world, Google and Apple are more powerful than Musk is. I'm just going to build my own app store with blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget the blackjack and the store. And he'll call it Y. Putting $10 on his next move being, well, I'll make my own app store. This already happened last year when he threatened to build his own phone to compete with Google and Apple if they ever ban Twit. Okay. I don't care about what it takes to physically build a cell phone. Disney just announced that its theme parks made $2.1 billion in the last 3 months. Yet the company said their best offer for workers who are paid so little that some live out of their cars was $1 raise. 97% of workers voted to reject it. Good. Ah, look at that. Ah. Hawaii official concerned with equity delayed water for more than 5 hours. Ah. Oh, yeah. I joined this, but it was under the Lincoln Project. People are taking bets on how much Trump's weight is going to be when he gets booked. And the Lincoln Project is offering prizes if you can correctly guess his weight. One bookmaker site offered an over-under of 273.5 pounds for Trump's weight upon his surrender to authorities. 77% of gamblers have taken the over bet on Trump's weight so far. I did too. I wonder, like, how much did I say? I said 300 and something. I think I said like 320 something. Yay! More follows. You know, I wish I got as many views and follows here as I did on fucking Twitter, so I don't have to spend any more time there than I ever need to. Aw, God wants alpha males to get rid of voting machines. Your face cracks me up. Bunch of clowns out on the campaign trail in New Hampshire today. I can't tell who's who. Yep, that's right. David Hogg. Yay. Wait, you want to raise the age to vote to 25, but not the age to buy guns. GOP logic would be laughable if it weren't so dangerous. This fucking prick Ramaswamy. They would have to undergo a test, a civics test, to be able to vote. Don't even get angry at this prick. Just say, okay, you're going to have to pass one first. And no, you don't get to study. You don't get to choose when. We spring it on you when we say so. Whoops, sorry. Lil fella is a simpleton. Me stares in the mirror, breathes deeply. Kimberly Guilfoyle. Kimberly Guilfoyle. Kimberly. Ha ha! Hey, that's offensive to the sexy gremlin. Ah! Ha! Kat Kamek is one of 147 Republican traitors who voted to overturn the 2020 election. Why does she have the freedom to make an ass of herself instead of sitting in prison? Why is she at a young Republicans meeting when, I thought they didn't want young people to vote? So long as they're Republican, it's okay. I say everybody under 25 just calls themselves young Republicans. There you go. And then, just vote the right way. Honest question. What is it that people see in Trump that makes them willing to give up their families, their lives, their sanity for him? It's a cult! If someone gave you 200 because you're ugly, would you take the money? Absolutely. I'm ugly, not stupid. Elon, plan A. If you pay $8, people are forced to see your racist replies first. Elon, plan B. Since normal humans keep blocking people who pay $8, you may now hide your check when posting racist replies. Elon, plan C. Nobody can be blocked unless they say where my plane is. MTG shows us again how little she knows about politics. She claims Trump shouldn't have to debate his fellow Republican rivals for the primary after he suggested he might skip the Fox News hosted first debate. Sad. DeSantis rips Trump supporters as listless vessels. Pudding Boy didn't come up with that. FYI, the Constitution prohibits Trump from ever being president again. Since when do Republicans care about the Constitution? or anything that, well, is considered rule of law in this country. Men, stop using us for our money. Also, men, how dare you create a safe space for yourselves? You're going to have to pay for your own drinks. You know that, right? Wow. Might as well go to an LGBTQ club. No, they made a women's only club. They made a girls' night out club. This guy seems really, really upset at the idea that there's a place where a lot of hot young women are hanging out and he can't get near them. In other words, perfect picture, perfect advertisement for why this woman or whoever was involved with it created this girls only nightclub. What if we told you about drinking Franzia boxed wine while driving? Franzia is disgusting. Ooh, under Republican leadership, Iowa has gone from being a perennial top 5 state in education to 24th. Well, who the fuck wants to go to Iowa for anything? Trump should insist on his weight and height being published in metric. That'll fool everyone. Ugh. Now I finally remember who MTG reminds me of. I don't even fucking know who that is. What's that? Ugh. Treason. Okay, go out, Tim Pool, and start your civil war. He has a Bud Light. Laura Loomer is pissed she's not getting her dollars from Elon Musk. I only have 6 followers and I make $50 million. I just made $11 million. Yep. There's the Stranger Things catfished lady. Let's be clear, getting rid of the block feature is an endorsement of harassment. Musk not only wants users to be harassed, but have to see it too. Why do you even pay attention? You're on a first date with someone and they tell you the name of their favorite book. I already said this. Nothing down here but old crumpled up porno and Ayn Rand. Anyone who has seen a hippo yawn will have some idea how Kim Kardashian's gyno feels. Okay. Oh, yes. January 6th convict Ernest P. Christopher Worrell of Naples, Florida, is missing. He had been under house arrest since 2021 while awaiting his sentencing. Yes, this Proud Boy has taken off right before his sentencing. His fiancee told Tucker Carlson he had previously been diagnosed with cancer. And within the 8 months, he was reportedly refused treatment for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. They're seeking 14 years of prison for Worrell, who was involved in January 6th, of course. Because he didn't show up for his hearing on Friday, he could face more time behind bars if and when he is caught. Well, I'd say when.
Holy shit, it's a baby butt.
Hey, I'm streaming.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye. Would think it would be hard. Imagine his passport was taken from him. Show me another case not involved with J6 where the defendant faced 14 years for spraying a cop with pepper spray. He was involved in the insurrection. He broke into the Capitol building on January 6th. Probably doesn't have much to lose, so he's probably in Mexico getting treatment. Oh, Mexico that they all hate, right? I'm sure he'll be found or is seeking asylum if he's alive. Seeking asylum where? I believe he's dumb enough he'd probably take off to Mexico. They backpedal, change their mind, roll the fuck over. It doesn't matter what they stand for. I wouldn't be surprised, especially if he has cancer and he supposedly couldn't get treatment, that he ran right over the border to Mexico. Because that's got to be the only place he can really go. You think he has money to jet off to France or some shit? or any decent country that doesn't have extradition laws. And he's got this form of cancer. It shouldn't be too hard to find him if he's seeking treatment for it on top of being on the run. I don't know. Okay. I'm calling Fuzzball. Bye, y'all.